Hello, this is Peg with Craft Room Stories. Welcome to my channel. Okay, this is not necessarily a Christmas video, although I am using some Christmas supplies. So I don't want to include it in the Christmas series because this is not something that you need to make Christmassy. It's not, like stockings or cards or wreaths or ornaments or anything like that. This is basic stuff. Okay. I just realized I didn't have my glasses on. We've got to switch that or I won't be able to see. Okay, as you can see, maybe, I have some buttons here. Now, these buttons are not especially attractive. In fact, this one side is animal print. I don't typically use or ever use animal print in my junk journals. I mean, you might, that's fine, but that's not my style, so I just don't. I learned this technique, or first saw it, I guess, from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She took buttons that she didn't particularly care for as well and fixed them. Like, let's just make them cute. And so I have got, whoops, sorry, things are falling. I have got these buttons that I don't think are particularly cute. Now, some of them do have ridges. I have glue all over my hands. Okay. Some of them have ridges and some of them are flat. Some of them are just colored, Oh, that's the side. What I have done is painted some of them. Now, I didn't put multiple layers of paint, but you could if you were really trying to just paint them. She painted some, and then after they were dry, she used little teeny what are these? Stamps, and stamped on them. Now, I've got the letters here for joy, and they're small. This is the actual smallest stamps that I have, and I got those from Isabel, my exchange student from last year. Anyway, this is the only one I have done so far, and I'm thinking, and this is just some, not even sheet music, this is actual tissue paper that was music. So it's already quite thin, not as thin as napkin, but it's pretty close. It doesn't have to be. I also have some hymn page here that we're going to use, but also some napkin. But there's a variety of things that you can do. Hold on. Itty decided to eat breakfast late this morning, so she just finished, and Gibson likes to lick her bowl. So it's a ritual. Anyway, so I also have some gold pillow. Look at me just. Now see, some people might think, oh, that's a cute enough button on its own. I mean, it is, but I probably wouldn't use this for anything that I can think of. So I thought, let's just use the other side. Now I do have some like this. It came like in a whole set, and I would use them because I like them better. This one, I just don't really, it's just not my thing. It's not my design. So I'm turning it over. I'm going to use this one to stamp on because I didn't have to paint multiple layers and stuff like that. And also, it's a wooden button. I say wooden. It may not be wooden. It feels wooden. I'll say that. I don't know what it's made out of. I think it's a wooden button. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm going off on a tangent and I don't need to. Okay. Sorry. Edie's still licking her sore foot and I have to stop her. So I've got the coffee in the hopes that I will make more sense today than my previous videos. We'll see. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay. It looks like I am. Bonus. Okay. So I'm going to put just a little, what did I just do? Today is my day to knock things down. That's going to be a fun time. Okay, so I'm just going to put just a little bit of paint here because I probably won't use it all and it'll probably dry before I do. But we're just going to do just a little bit and go around the edge of this button just because I think it'll be pretty. It might not be. I'm liking it so far though. And I might use this on a cluster with some lace and stuff. Oh, I can see it with some kind of cream colored lace. Fun. Okay. So how are y'all doing today? Getting antsy for the holidays at all yet? Okay, so it's quite kind of a rustic look, which I kind of like sometimes. It's not perfectly smooth or anything like that, but I think that just adds to the character. So we're going to let that dry before I, knock it all around, and let me get a wet wipe, which I've put somewhere mysterious, and I don't see it right away, the package of wet wipes. Now, I literally just had, there they are. Okay. I was going to say, I literally just had them and thought that I put them right back down beside me. And these are the ones that are scented that I recommended you not get for like cleaning up glues and stuff like that. Mostly because it just reminds me of changing diapers. When I was a young kid, my mother worked at a church nursery, and I would go and help her. And the first diaper I ever changed was just a wet one, not a dirty one, but I was 5 years old. So obviously she was watching over me and, teaching me how to do it. But I had watched her, for a long time. And now this wasn't a really tiny baby. I wasn't holding the baby. The baby was laying in a crib, But I did it. So I've been changing diapers since I was 5 years old. Now, other people maybe have done stuff like that. And my mother grew up taking care of her younger siblings and stuff, so she didn't think anything about it. Now, I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay. I don't know if you're excited about this, but I just love this. Let's turn that sucker back over. Now, I don't know what color. I got it in the gold paint, y'all. Okay. Let's not stamp first. Let's go ahead and cover these first. Now, you can use a variety of mediums to do this. You can use Mod Podge. You can use glue. You can use, different kinds of glue. You can use Fabri-Tac, whatever. But I am going to use Fabri-Tac because I just want to make sure that it sticks good. And, these are like kind of plastic buttons and things like that. I think the wooden ones, maybe you wouldn't have to use Fabri-Tac. You could probably get away with wet glue, and you could get away with wet glue on any of them, I'm sure, especially because you tend to kind of fold them around. Well, you'll see. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's stop talking about it. Okay, so this has got, I don't know if y'all can see this, little words, okay, this is a little snippet of Christmas napkin. But this particular piece wouldn't necessarily show up Christmas because nothing says Christmas in the words. And if I do it kind of here, where I don't get any of the color, the red and green and whatever, then I don't think it's going to appear very Christmassy. Now, I am trying to think. I don't necessarily want one with ridges because I think it would be weird with the words. But a lot of these have ridges. Some of these other ones don't. This one isn't really big enough to kind of show that they are words. This one is perfect. But that's the one I wanted to stamp on. Okay, what if I do one with ridges? How would that look? Let's just kind of give it a little gander. I don't know. How about the square one? Well, the square one does have ridges, but I kind of like it better. So we're going to do it. We're just going to do it, and I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac here, and we're going to get to gluing. Now, I'm not gluing the napkin. I'm gluing the button because obviously the napkin piece is bigger. Look what's happening. Nope, that's a problem already. I clearly did not practice with a colored button. So, you see what's happening, y'all? Here's another video on how not to craft. Okay, so that's turning blue. And I'm thinking that's really going to be blue shining through there, and you won't be able to see the words. Okay. All right. Also, I think the Fabri-Tac is eating that button. I don't know. I don't know. Huh. Well, I'm having a think. Trying to think quick, but I'm at a loss, y'all. Okay. All right, let's try just, why? Why? Well, it's me, and the nature of me is chaos. And let's just see what it looks like gold, just for kicks and giggles. Well, where I put Fabri-Tac, it's not wanting to paint smooth. Can y'all see that? This may be a button for the trash, but let's just see. Let's just see. Oh my word, it's going on pretty smooth on the rest of the button, but where I put the Fabri-Tac, not so much. Okay. I'm trying to get it in all the little crevices. Okay, we may just be making this into a gold button, which is fun. I like gold buttons. And we may need to do kind of a second coat of that. Well, all right then. Definitely going to get a wet glue out now, because most of these are plastic. Now this is, I am pretty sure that this is a plastic button. I say that. I don't actually know. It's an old button, and it was an old brown button. Can you see that ugly brown color that it is? I mean, some people really like brown. And it's, it has a place, and I see other people using it, and I think, oh, that looks so pretty. And then I put them on my stuff, and I'm like, I don't like that at all. So, all right. I do not know. This has kind of thrown me a little bit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sip a little bit of coffee, because that always centers me. Just, that's just a tidbit, a little more. I can't gulp it because it's really hot. It's piping hot. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, let's just put let's put that back in there. Let's get out some art glitter glue. And have a rethink. Or, I have more buttons like this. I can get another one out to stamp. Maybe we'll just do that on there. And that one should be fine with the Fabri-Tac. Okay. Chaos occurred, but now is averted, we hope. And, okay. I have no stories right now. I'm just like, I can't even think clearly after that debacle. I want to make sure I'm in the frame here, but I'm about to get my head in the frame. Hold on. Oh, my finger's stuck. Stop. Okay. All right, now I want to leave a little room around the edges. It's got a little bit of color down there, but that's fine. That doesn't bother me. The reason I wanted to leave a little room is because we're going to, and I probably should have left a little bit more room, but I really wanted the word London up there. Well, let's just see. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Oh, let's trim it a little bit, because we're not putting all this on here. Okay. Anybody have any fun Christmas stories? I know I heard from Joni at Not So Fast. I love the name of her channel. It's not KNOT. So SEW Fast. I love it. I think it's hilarious. I love funny people. I think a lot of you guys have got some fantastic names for your channel, and very, creative and stuff. And that, I mean, it makes sense since we're creators, but still, I mean, mine's not creative at all. But one of my exchange students helped me come up with a name for my channel, because I tell stories. I said, I'm going to be crafting and telling stories. And she goes, well, what about craft room stories? And I was like, you know what? I like it. I actually like it. It's basic. It tells what it is. And, oh, okay, knocking stuff over. And so this is how you do it. You just glue it. And then to get rid of the ridges, I just roll it. Now, you can roll it in your hands, but I think it seals it down good to do it on this glass mat or on a hard surface. It seals it down real good. Okay, now I like that. I may also put a little bit of gold around it, but I really just want the gold around the very edges. Okay, I'm making sure that, and see, that part's not going to show, so it doesn't really matter. But because there's snippets of gold on here, I think the gold just around the edges would look really quite cool. Now, it's sometimes helpful to wait until this is completely dry to do this, but I've got a pokey tool, and, oh, y'all, today. So we are going to poke through those little holes and get our buttonholes. And look at that. Is that not the cutest thing? And now you've transformed a basic plain button or an ugly button into something so cute and a lot more interesting, don't you think? Okay. All right. Maybe I have redeemed myself slightly. But you don't have to watch my video. You can go over and watch Pam at the Paper Outpost, because she, is where I learned how to do this. And she's really fun to watch. I don't know if any of y'all have watched her, but she's quite fun. So I'm going to tag her in this. She probably gets tagged a lot and doesn't even notice us little people with our little teeny channels. But Pam, we love you. You do good work. And I just am so in awe of so many creators and the different, talents that everybody has and everybody comes up with. And I don't have that many original ideas. So, I do like to, I'm just trying to put this very much just on the edge and not spill over too much. And where I have, just slightly, I'm trying to wipe that away. Any kind of work where I have to be careful, I struggle to talk during that. Okay, now, my other wet wipe got a little yucky. I need to get another one out. Okay, so what do you guys think? I'll hold this up in just a second, but I don't want to get gold everywhere, so I've got to get another one of these. I probably should just leave this, up, but I'm not gonna. All right, here we go. Ooh, and you know what would be fun, especially for this one here, if you had any like gold or metallic looking embroidery thread to tie either, through there with a bow or just a crisscross or something like that. Ooh, I think that would be so cute. I do not have any. Rob, I'm just going to tell you, my stocking could use some metallic embroidery thread. Preferably gold, silver, just saying. He's sitting right here, like 6 feet away from me, so he doesn't always comment, but sometimes he can't help himself. But I'm just telling him things, that I need for my stocking. Now, we'd only do stockings for each other, or if my sister's here, I do stockings with her because, it was really special. But nobody else in the family seems to care. And it makes me so sad because my oldest sister, Susie, who passed, love her so much. She was hilarious. She would go all out for stockings. She was so much fun with that. And I don't know, we probably spent more money on stockings than we did on gifts. But, that's part of the fun. It really is. Okay, so let me see if this is dry enough to hold up. Okay. Oh, okay. So y'all see, we just golded around the edge like that. And then the center. Oh, I love that one. That one is my favorite one I think I've ever made. It looks so kind of vintage and special to me. Ooh, okay. I'm excited now. I've redeemed myself, I feel. Okay. Now this one is quite, I think I've gotten a good white on that. Let me see. I can either do this. Now this one won't get the edges. This one has multiple edges. Will it? fit, or is it going to cut off the tips of the star? I mean, I don't think it will all that much. So I think we're going to use this one on here. Definitely not going to use the Fabri-Tac. And now I've lost my pin. Oh, there it is. Y'all. It's just a time for mishaps. And the more things that occur in my life that make me nutty, I mean, the more chaos in my life, the more scattered I become, and I'm not sleeping. I mean, I'm sleeping a little, but I'm not sleeping enough. Oh, this morning I could have slept longer, but then the dogs are like, no, get up, Mom, get up. But it was time. It was, it was definitely time. Okay, why am I telling you this? I don't know. Captive audience, you can turn away. You're not too captive. Okay, so we're going to get some art glitter glue on here. I've not actually tried this with art glitter glue. I've also got some Mod Podge down here that we can try some with. But, okay, I'm going to swirl this around here because I don't want just globs of glue anywhere. And now let's see if I can get this right in the center. My head's probably in your view. Okay. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not perfectly centered, but I don't think it's too bad. I think I could live with it. I could live with it. Now, I've still got some on my finger, so let's see. Oh, it's not enough, I don't think. So let's just, I'm not going to put this right on the edge. I'm putting it right on the edge, but I'm not putting it on the inside edge, which I normally do. Oh, y'all. See? Y'all are probably going, cut that down first, cut it down. And here I am not doing that. And my glue is going to dry. Oh, that one I got a little short. Oh, y'all. It's just a comedy of errors here. Or maybe not a comedy. It's more like a tragedy. Why? And my scissors need sharpening. Okay, let me just try to hurry and get this on here before I can't. And the glue globs up. I can't with myself today. And my plan is to make a whole bunch of videos today because next week I'm going to be cooking a lot. And so I need to pre-make some so that, because I won't be able to, and I don't want to have like weeks with no videos. Okay. It's a little more obvious that it is, but sometimes the designs are not perfectly centered. Sometimes it's, it doesn't really matter. I don't think anybody's going to be sitting there going, you know what? She jiggered that button and it is not centered. But what probably would have helped if I had buttonholes. But this particular one is a shank button that I've cut the shanks off of. So that one will just glue down like that. I like it. I would still use it. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. We've got some of these little ones that are plain white. Ooh, but I've got this plaid. And I've got like some with more of the green and some with more of the red. Real quick boost with the coffee. Hold on. Okay. Woo, that burned a little. Okay, let's do one of these ridge ones. And maybe we will do... Are the dogs outside, Rob? Mm-hmm. Okay. Paisley's all barking like, let me in. Okay, so I'm going to get out some of the Mod Podge. And I'm going to be all and just use it with my finger because it's easier, I feel like, while you're holding it to get it. Now I'm trying to really get around there so that you can get it in that ridge area. Okay. Let me set that aside for a second. And I'm trying to be real careful and pat it down, but yet See, that's the thing. Oof, y'all, with Mod Podge, it is so wet and stuff that it will tear your napkin if you're not careful. And I need something. Wait, oh, y'all, okay. Silicone brush here. Forgot I had that, and I forgot that I used it last time. Sometimes we have so many things, we just totally forget what we've got and what worked before. Okay, that little bubble is not wanting to come out. Come on now. Do your thing. Oh, come on. All right. I hope y'all don't mind all my silly mistakes. All right, now see me cutting this down now. Okay, I'm going to use some smaller scissors because those bigger ones are... I probably should have cut it down before I glued it. Note to self, once you get the Mod Podge on there, it is harder to cut because you're afraid you're going to tear the napkin from holding it on the other side. Okay, my tutorials are just all over the place. I'm not great, okay? I realize that. But you guys are always so kind. I thank you. I thank you for that. Okay, here we go. Little more Mod Podge here. I know I got that in the center, but okay. Let's see if I can fold it up. Okay, come on now. All right, I probably should have done this side of it with some art glitter glue because it dries faster, and this I'm having to maneuver a lot, and it worries me that I'm going to tear it. Okay. All right, I think I'm still going to use some art glitter glue. Let's just see. I hope it will work, even though, you know, it's already got the other on there. Well, sorry, I'm sure I'm off camera. I don't know. I can't look right now because the glue will dry. Oh, Paisley is outside. I don't know if y'all can hear her, but once she decides she's done with being outside and wants to come back in, she'll just sit out there and bark for eternity and drive you stark raving loony. Okay. Y'all, I think that is so cute. But I am going to, let me press this down a little bit. Okay. I am going to set this aside and let it dry for a little bit while we do some other ones before I poke the holes. But I think that's cute. Okay. Do we want to put, no, let's not do that yet. I don't want to lose the will to live completely. Okay, I'm going to close up this Mod Podge because I really don't like using it all that much. I used to love Mod Podge, and I would even like make my own and stuff, but as I learn about other mediums and stuff, I just like it less. Okay, let's do another bigger one because I like that I can see what's happening in them. Oh, my phone's going off. I don't know if it's important, but let me just peek real quick. Okay, no, not. All right, here we go. Let's get this out. Okay. Let's get a little art glitter glue on here. And turn the button right upside down. Let's do that. Because this might be too fiddly for my soul. I don't know. Okay. All right, I'm trying to press that really good. And this is the tissue paper, so it is easier to press without ripping it. Just a little stronger than the Now, what am I doing here? I'm cutting it first before trying to glue it. Yes, I am. I am remembering. And with all the mishaps, I just don't think I can even do a story to be able to even remember anything or where I'm at. So maybe the next time I will do a story if I can think of a good one. I just do not know. I don't know what goes on with me, y'all. Too much. Okay, and I'm going to go around this a little bit because this is a stronger thing. All right. I might have left a little bit too much on here. I don't know. But I'm just going around, sealing that up there. And then this, where you kind of come down to the end and there's like no glue, just add a little bit more. Okay, and now we're going to roll it on the glass mat. And I think I got this pressed in good to that ridge. I say that, oh, y'all, I'm going to have to mute my phone because this is going to be one of those family things where everybody answers the first person and then everybody comments on everybody else's answer. And then it's eternal. And I love my family. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm doing a video, so I'm trying not to do that. Okay. Y'all see that? That's kind of cute. And it just really makes a whole lot more sense once you poke the holes. So we're going to let that dry a little bit. And let's move on to the next one. Did we want to do another plaid one? Because, man, I think that turned out cute. I really like that. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to try cutting this down a little bit first before gluing it because this is the napkin and a little trickier to work with. And it probably would have been better for me to just lay it flat and go around with my water pen. But I'm already doing this now, so I'm not doing that. But that would be a smart and easy way to do this. For future reference, y'all, future reference. Okay, so let's get this glued. And you definitely want to glue a whole lot in this little ridge area because the first one I made, I did not put enough glue there, and then I could not stick the bubbles down. It just didn't work as well. So learn from my mistakes and do a much better job, I'm sure. Okay, now I'm going to take this silicone spatula. And you know, these come in different sizes, and I thought to myself, I don't really need another size. That's good enough for me. And now I'm thinking a smaller one or a pointy one might be better for this. I don't know. Okay. It's not, this is quite a high ridge, so I need to be more intentional about that area because there is a large bubble. And there's glue coming out the holes, and it's wanting to stick to the napkin as I turn it. Okay, that is not wanting, that bubble is not wanting to go down. Come on now. Maybe if, okay, what do I have that might work better? I don't know. This is metal. It's probably going to rip it. Yeah, that's not working. All right, maybe we got it down. Let's do the other side because this video is longer than I intended already. I thought this will be just such a quick little video to show them how to do that, and we haven't even stamped on a thing yet. So we'll do a stamped one next. And See what that looks like. I wonder what color I should do on the white. Since I'm doing joy, maybe I should just do black and then we can edge it with gold. What do you think? Wish I could hear you. You're probably shouting at me through the thing. I do that. Anyone else? Okay, I did just rip that. Okay, I may put gold around this one to disguise the rip if I need to. Okay. Let's let that dry a little bit. Okay. Oh, sticking to me. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me look at my buttons real quick. I'm still here. Don't go away. I'm just grabbing some buttons. Stay with me. Okay. Here we go. Let's see one that I don't really... There's another one I don't like. So we're going to do that. We're just going to get some black stays on. The reason why I'm choosing stays on as well, and I only have black, is because it doesn't really smear, you know, and it dries pretty quick, and it doesn't smear too much, and stays pretty good. Let me put the pen back in this art glitter glue before there's a debacle. Do not wish for that. All right, here's my little joy. Okay. Because there's holes in the middle, I'm trying to think how this would look the best. J-O-Y, maybe? Yeah, let's see. Just seeing if I get that. I'm going to stamp this off on something else. There. That's pretty good. Let's turn it this way. That is so not even at all. That's where clear stamps are much more helpful for me. But that's okay. It doesn't really have to be. And in fact, I just thought of this. Because I am stamping this with stays on, we could still decoupage over this after it dries in a second with something like maybe one of these little red snowflakes or something like that. Okay, so I don't know what you guys think about that, but I may give it a try because I feel like that's kind of plain and really should have like smaller, teeny little stamps and stuff, and I just don't. So someday, priorities, y'all, priorities. Okay. Also, I do have some embossing powder. That would really be pretty around the edge of that too. Huh. Okay. I'm not going to keep you for that because that would be, you know, a really long time. So we're not going to do that. But I am going to see about decoupaging over this little piece. How do we feel about that? Is that enough of a design? I think it will be. I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So let's see. Let's use the art glitter glue. Hopefully it's had enough time to dry. Wait, that little piece is not going to be enough. Now that I did not think through. Okay. Okay. Just thinking maybe I'll do another one of those. Yeah. Okay. Because I didn't leave enough of the edging around that to do a bigger button. So let's get this glue on. I try to always make sure also that I've gotten enough glue around the holes because you don't want that to come loose once you poke the holes. Trying to get this a little bit more centered this time. It's a whole lot easier to do the buttons that don't have ridges. It's got to be said. So No, I didn't cut this down ahead of time because I got so excited. I already forgot my... Some of y'all, I'm sure, have better tiny stamps and could do a much better job with the stamping. And I would love to see what you do. My niece was telling me I should create like a Facebook page so that we could show each other, you know. That's not my personal one, you know, where other people contact me and stuff. So I may do that, and we could share like designs and stuff when you make your own. Because I just love to see other people's. Or, of course, if you do have a channel where you make videos, I mean, if you do one, then I would see it then. The next video I'm going to do is going to be really fun because I just saw it recently and asked the woman, would it be okay if I did it on my channel and tagged her, because hers was so recent. I didn't want to just be like a massive copycat. And she said, oh, certainly. And I said, because I'm so loving this idea, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm just saying the next video is going to be fun. Okay. This one is turning out too long. I'm so sorry. All right. That one is wanting to be all pokey. So I'm just going to try to put a little glue. Sometimes it'll seep through. And then, because I don't want like a jagged edge, you know, where it's obvious. That's what I did. And yet that one doesn't want to stay down. I think I got it. Okay. Now, let's poke some holes. Or that one's too wet. Let's try that one. Can barely see. These holes are a little bit smaller. But, oh, maybe it only has two. Okay. There we go. Oh, there it went all the way through. There was a little paint, I think, built up in there. There, can y'all see that? How cute is that? I love it. Okay, now let's do this one. I think is maybe the next one I did. Okay, some of the holes are definitely smaller, but this one also had paint built up. So let's see. Can y'all see the paint coming through? If I can scrape that away, that will be good. Okay. Again, got paint in that hole when I was painting it. And you wouldn't necessarily have to paint them depending on what you're doing with the covering them with, but I wanted it to be kind of a blank background for that. Okay, did this one? This one I did the most recently. Let's do this one first. Okay, this one does have 4 holes. Can faintly see them. Oop. I think it has 4 holes. Yes. There. Now let me see if I can push them all the way through and get rid of any paint. Oh, that one goes all the way through. That's good. Because then it's easier to get anything off. And that way, then when you pull it back through, nothing is stuck. I didn't do that one. Let's get all that off of there. And go back to the first one, and we're good. There we go. Look at that. Fun. Okay, let's do this last one. Now I've got glue and paint all over my hands. That's fine. Now, you can just faintly see the joy under there, but I think when it dries, it'll show up more. I don't know. It's not my favorite. I'd probably still use it, but it's not my favorite. Okay, I'm going to add another layer of gold to that, but I won't do that while I have you here and waste your time. But thank you for joining me. I hope you do some buttons, and I would sure love to see what you do. Okay, hugs. Bye.